Alright, in the last video we potted up the Primulina plants that I got. In this one we're going to pot up the string of pearl and that ox tongue. So we're going to do both of those. We'll do the ox tongue first, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the string of pearls. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ox tongue in a pot this size. Ooh. Get it out of this small one, put it into a nice big sized pot, and we'll go ahead and go down and see that process. Alright, we're down so we can view it just a little bit better. Starting off with this medium sized pot, I guess you can say. I'm going to use one of my more of a succulent soil. First, you're going to go ahead and put that paper towel in first, just so it nice and covers every one of those holes. Now, I'm going to use a succulent mix. It's basically a regular potting mix with some perlite, and then it's got pea gravel as well. But it's got a lot of drainage. It's also got some little bark pieces in there that I like to use for my succulents, just to help with drainage. Alright, add this up. Happy I'm using this tray. I've been making a mess. Alright, let's move that out of the way. Alright, let's get this guy out of the pot. Let's put this right there, just in case you can read it, which I highly doubt it. So we're going to pop this guy out. Alright, and there is a really good root structure in there. I'm going to take away all this moss, even though I think it looks kind of cool with that moss in there, but we're going to go ahead and take that away. There's no need in keeping something like that. I do think that moss looks pretty cool though. Maybe I'll put it at the base of one of my other plants. So for this one, since the roots are so good, I am going to just tassel it up just a little bit to get them all nice and loose, and you can see these big, nice, long roots on there. So I'm going to make a little crater in there. Actually, I might have to just take some out and plop him right in the middle. There we go. Add some more soil around the front. Now this soil is really dry. Usually I dampen down my soil before repotting, but with my succulent mixes, it doesn't really matter because there's so much pea gravel in it that I use that the water just drains right through it, even if the soil is dry. So it doesn't hurt to just work with dry soil for my succulent mixes. But for other repotting, I would suggest dampening that soil down just so it drains better the first time. Alright, so that's nice and centered. It has lots of room to grow now. The last step is, of course, going ahead and adding that tag. Just put it right down the side of the pot. And that one is done. Move it over to the side. So now we have this string of pearls we're going to be repotting. And putting it in a similar size, but just a little bit bigger of a pot than that ox tongue. And Theodore's trying to help out. Thank you, Theodore. So, almost forgot my own rule. I'm going to rip a piece of that paper towel and put it right down the base of the pot, just like last time. And this one I'm going to dump a fair amount of soil in there. I might even have to mix a little bit more soil. Yep, I will be right back to mix that soil. Alright, I'm back with a little bit more soil. It's more of a fine rock, so it'll be a little bit more fine rock up top, but that's okay. It was just what I had left. There's still some pea gravel in there, and some soil as well, so it'll just be a little bit more fine at the top, which is okay. So go ahead and pop this out. We're gonna try and be real careful with this string of pearls because they fall apart, and you'll lose all the little bits and pieces if you're not terribly careful. This one has a pretty good root structure as well. Nice and big. I am gonna take some of that soil off and just tease it with your fingers so you don't rip any of the roots. You don't want to hurt the plant at all. And I'm using a little bit bigger or wider of a pot just because with these string of pearls, anywhere where it's touching the soil, it's gonna send off roots a little bit easier. You kind of want to hold them up as you're putting it in. Whoa, a little bit more difficult. Okay, take one of these cups and just go ahead and backfill it, pressing it down with your finger as you go, all around. Drop all the pearls on that side. There we go, and one last little bit over on this side, and that is all nice and evenly spread out. Now you just kind of position all those pearls out straight so they're not lopping over each other. Sorry if you hear Theodore breathing on cam. He's sniffing the growing area. Alright, so that will be the string of pearls repotting. Go ahead and put this tag right back. And there we go. We can watch it grow from here. Look for updates on both the string of pearl and the ox tongue. And I'll have the videos coming. Alright, thank you for watching, and until next time, happy planting.